Hey everyone, once again, it's Monty G here, and guess what? Yes, it's time for another wrestling prediction video as we are getting ready for the hottest event of the summer, Summer Slam! Yes! Now, this year's Summer Slam takes place at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. It is the 31st annual Summer Slam event of the summer, and we have a very nicely exciting card here today. I think this is the WWE's second biggest pay-per-view of the year following WrestleMania. You get a lot of good matches and a lot of good events take place during that SummerSlam. I think this is a pretty good card. So let's get on with the predictions. Now, if I sound a bit funny, I've been fighting off a cold because I actually tried to get this up on Thursday, but health decided to intervene, and I feel well enough now to finally get this video up. So we have three pre-card shows or pre-matches for the pre-show. The first one we have the B team, Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel, which is the tag team champions, versus the Revival, Dash Wilder and Scott Davison. Now this is an interesting matchup, and I can see why they put it on the pre-show. And even though I do like the Revival, I do think they like the B team, and I think that they will retain the title. So for this pre-show match, I will give it to the B team. Next, we have a special mixed tags where we have Rusev and Lana versus Adrian C. Lamas and Zelina Vega. I hope I pronounced his name right. This is an interesting matchup, but I actually think that with the how over Rusev is with Rusev Day, and I think that he and Lana will actually win the matchup, and I think it's going to be a pretty good matchup. I like to see what Lena's going to do in the ring because she really wrestles, and I really haven't seen her do any good in-ring work prior to her getting involved with Rusev. They are a married couple in real life, but it'll be interesting. I think it's time that Rusev got a decent win, and I think he's pretty over right now, so I'm going to go with Rusev and Lana. So the next card on the pre-show will be Cedric Anderson versus Drew Gulak for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. And I understand the Cruisers, they put on decent matches, and I'm not familiar with this particular feud as far as who's going to be the champion. I think Cedric's been a champion long enough, so I'm just going to flip a coin, and I'm going to pick Drew Gulak to become the new WWE Cruiserweight Championship. Alright, now let's go on with the main card. First off, let's go with the big one. Brock Lesnar defends the WWE Universal Championship once again against Roman Reigns for I think the third time, 14th time? Losing count how many times that they made this matchup. Now, it's been an interesting way how the WWE is really trying to push Roman Reigns as a babyface, and they made Brock Lesnar do a whole bunch of crazy things. Like he doesn't care about the WWE, he doesn't care about Paul Heyman. And Paul Heyman's been nothing but brilliant throughout this feud that they've got going on, especially last week where Paul Heyman fooled Roman Reigns, and Lesnar came out and gave him an F5, which I thought was pretty fascinating, beat the crap out of Roman Reigns. Again, that's just WWE's way to try to make Roman Reigns his big babyface, but a lot of people still have no respect for him. But I think finally, after all this time, Roman Reigns will become the Universal Champion at SummerSlam. If not, I really don't know what the WWE is going to do. I understand that Brock Lesnar has challenged the current champion of UFC. I don't know his name because I don't follow UFC. And I'm pretty sure Vince would love to stick it to Danny White and have Brock Lesnar be the champion of UFC and the Universal Champion, but I don't know if they have anything going together. I don't know what's happening. It wouldn't surprise me if that happened, but I think that it's Roman's time to reign once again, and I think he will win the Universal Championship. For the Raw Women's Championship, we have the challenge. They have the champion Alexa Bliss versus Ronda Rousey. Now, as I stated before, I truly love what Ronda has done since she's come into the WWE. I think she's done a fantastic job. Obviously, she still needs work on her mic skills, but obviously she's got a good future coming ahead. And I think this Sunday she would win her first WWE Championship by beating Alexa Bliss in a pretty good matchup, and then she will become the new Raw Women's Champion. For the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, we have the champion AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. Now, I've heard these two had some excellent matches when they were both, I believe, in TNA, Non-Stop Total Action Wrestling. I think that's what it was, or it could have been in New Japan Pro Wrestling. I forget where these two met up, and I believe this is going to be a decent matchup. But I also believe AJ Styles has had the belt for a long while now, and I think it's time that Samoa Joe, I think he needs a chance to reign as champion, and I think he deserves the title, and I think at this time in SummerSlam, he will become the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion at SummerSlam. So, Samoa Joe. For the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, we have the champion, the Bludgeon Brothers, Rowan and Harper, versus the New Day, with Big E, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods. Depending upon how they do it, I think this is going to be a great matchup here. I think the Bludgeon Brothers will finally be tested, but I think they will retain the titles because I believe that's what the WWE likes these two. Rowan and Harper are going to retain the title. It wouldn't surprise me to see the New Day win, but I'm going to pick the Bludgeon Brothers as will retain their titles. In an interesting stipulation match, we have Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens, with the stipulation states that if Strowman loses in any means, he loses his contract. Now, I find that quite fascinating. And I'm pretty sure Kevin Owens will probably pull all the stops in order to try to win this matchup. But I think Braun Strowman will eventually win the matchup. And what I believe will be the steal of the match of the night, Dolph Ziggler, the current the International Championship, where the current champion Dolph Ziggler versus against Seth Rollins, where we will have Drew McIntyre in Dolph's color, and Drew McIntyre and Ziggler's corner, and the return of Dean Ambrose in Rollins' corner. Now, a lot of people are speculating that we could get a heel turn by Dean Ambrose, and that wouldn't surprise me, but I think in the long run this is going to be an excellent matchup, and I think Dolph Ziggler will retain the championship because he really deserves it. He's a great in-ring performer. If the WF really decide to push him, he would probably be a world champion for a while now because he's a very great in-ring performer. But I believe he will also retain the title. For the SmackDown Women's Championship, we have the current champion Carmella in a triple threat match with Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. Now, this should be an interesting matchup, mainly because I think we will see a lot of excellent in-ring performance between Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch. Carmella, she'll get her way in here, but I believe in the long run, it's time for Becky Lynch to regain her position as the true champion, and she will win the title. She'll become the new SmackDown Women's title, and she's really done a lot this past month, and I think she deserves another title reign. Charlotte Flair, she'll do what she can, but she really doesn't deserve the title again at this time point in her career. And, I think that Becky Lynch will become the new SmackDown Women's Champion. For the United States Championship, we have Shinsuke Nakamura versus Jeff Hardy. Now, this another good matchup I think will take place. This will be a good, highly entertaining matchup, but I believe in the long run, I like what they've done with Shinsuke Nakamura since he's done his heel turn, and I think he will retain the title, and he will still be the SmackDown United States Championship. In a singles matchup, we have Finn Balor versus Baron Corbin. Now, I wouldn't be surprised, because we haven't seen his demon character in a while, that we might see the demon character for Finn Balor, which I truly like that character. When he puts on that makeup and has a real demon face on here. It wouldn't surprise me if he puts that whatchamacallit on here. And as much as I think Baron Corbin is really trying to push him with this Constable character, but I think Finn Balor will win the matchup. And the most incredible matchup everyone's been waiting for, and that is Daniel Bryan versus The Miz. And this has been a fantastic feud. You got to give The Miz credit. That guy really knows how to play a heel great. He's coming off the success of his reality show, Miz and Mrs. I think he's a incredible heel. You got to give him credit. He plays the heel great. But I think since the return of Daniel Bryan, I think he's going to win the matchup. So I'm going to pick Daniel Bryan to win the matchup in a fantastic matchup between two great, two great in-ring performers. So that is it. That is my predictions for SummerSlam. I'm pretty sure that Danny and Doc will have their challenge. They actually did. They actually asked people to create what type of challenge that they should do. I'm pretty sure both Doc and Danny will come up with something interesting based upon what their subscribers. Because I told them what to do themselves when I answered their videos. So I'm looking forward to see what they pick. But what do you guys think? What are your predictions for SummerSlam? Leave your comments on the comment section below and tell me what are your predictions for SummerSlam. Well, that's my video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up because it does help the channel out a lot. And if it's your first time here, please hit the subscribe button and ring that notification bell. That way you can come and enjoy the horror experience with me, the Horror Miser Monty G. And as always, all my social media links will be down in the description box below as well. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Monty G. And always remember, horror rules. Ha ha ha. I'll see you Monday for the results video. Peace.